To my brothers and sisters in the pastoralist community, you are not criminals. Cooperate with security forces. Help identify the perpetrators who hide behind your great community. That is how you protect your people, your cattle, your camels, your children's future on this land. In Meru, in Isiolo, in Mwingi, in Garissa, in Wajir, in Mandera, I want to ask and speak directly to all the communities in that part of our country, since we are dealing with a government that seems to be even enjoying the conflict. I speak directly to both communities, Kambas and Somalis in this case. Your pain, your fear, your anger, which is also reflected in the explosion in the social media space. I understand all of it. But retaliatory attacks must stop immediately. Every act of revenge adds another name to the list of the dead. A list that has no one who has ever come back from. We have lost lives. That's a reality. The criminals who executed the Kwakamari massacre do not represent any community. They are simply criminals on a revenge mission. Therefore, we must not honor them by making their violence the beginning of war. Could be civil conflict. But you also read a political motive into this, because this has never happened. We see an intention of this administration escalating it and get an excuse even to delay the next elections, because that conflict can spread very fast. This is why we are saying, don't fall into that trap by Duale. Anasema hatuwezi kwenda Garissa, tupigwe mawe, tupigwe risasi, tutaenda. So you can now see so soon after those remarks, this is what is happening. It is not difficult to imagine a man or a woman is, an assailant is told, go and kill that young man in Ukasi. Ndio Wakamba wakasirike, wafunge barabara. Because your barabara is very important, by the way. So, and then start this conflict. We must call off this bluff. Our people, both the Kambas and the Somali community and the Samburus and the Merus, let's call off this bluff. And what I also recommend immediately is wazee wakutane haraka iwezekanavyo. And I am ready myself to run and drop everything else I'm doing, and we can meet them in Mwingi. So those two governors and member of parliament for Mwingi Central, na wazee wa area hiyo, I have met some of them, so that again we do not lose, because there's no way this government will apprehend these people the way we know them. They will not. So wazee wenyewe watakutana, wapange vile, watahurumiana, watasaidiana na familia ambazo zimeadhirika. Kwa hivyo nawasihi watu wetu, msilipishe kisasi. Wachaneni na magari yapite, hakuna haja watu wa Mwingi, Nguni, Ukasi. Wachaneni, you have made your point very strongly. Wachaneni na magari ya kusafirisha wananchi yaendelee, ili kuweka pamoja nchi yetu pamoja, because this is very important. These are some of the things we shall document against people like Duale, to take them to International Criminal Court. If there is mass evacuation of the people from Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, and you know that is a crime against humanity, mass displacement of people, Duale will be held responsible. And of course his boss, because these remarks were made in his presence, and there was no attempt at controverting what was said.
our people in Mwingi to our people in Kitui. The Somali business community in Mwingi, those are not our enemies. Those are our brothers and sisters helping us to build our town, to build our economy. The Kambas in Garissa, in Wajir, in Mandera are not enemies of the Somali community. They are your brothers and sisters helping you to build your towns, your economies. The biggest challenge that we have in this situation, this must be said as it is the Kamo others who have invaded private farms in Kitui and unleashed the animals on people's land and people's crops. The solution is as simple can get. Get these animals out of Kitui and you have lasting peace and coexistence between the two communities. Lastly, when I leave this place, I'll also be having a meeting with the Senator for Garissa, Senator Abdul Aji, to also pursue this message of peace between the two communities, because we must not fall into the trap of creating the wrong impression that the Kambas and the Somalis are at war. We are not. The problem is those bandits hiding behind camels to kill people, to maim people. And once that is addressed, then we shall have peace on our land.
One thing I want to make very clear is that no individual right can override the right of others. If you have camel and somebody has cultivated his farm, that is his camel. You cannot graze on somebody's cultivated land because you value your animals. We equally value farming. So we want the two communities to live together. We have invited our elders and other politicians so that within this weekend we can go to Mwingi, open the road, talk to our people, and more so, as Waiba Party, we want to form the next government. And I think this is a malicious attempt to scuttle that process and development of forming the next government. I have no doubt. And one message I want to send to the government is that, please, if you have denied us development, do not deny us our peace. That region has no development. You know, Ukambani region, northeastern region has no development from government. They have denied us development, and now they want to deny us peace. Let us not succumb to that mischievous plan of theirs. And I want to reiterate my statement, what I said in Mwingi again, that Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka and the people, members of the United Opposition, you are welcome to Garissa, you are welcome to Tana River, you are welcome to Wajir, you are welcome to Mandera. We are part of Kenya. We are part of Kenya, we are open for business. And those people who live in Garissa, Wajir, and Mandera, the Kambas and other Kenyans, must be given their right, they must be respected, they must live in peace. Therefore, tunasema ya kwamba Kenya is one indivisible nation. Nobody should try to divide us in political lines.
This matter in Parliament on Tuesday, under a motion brought up by Honorable Makali Mulu. And part of the recommendation was that this particular situation be referred to the Security Committee, but with very specific observations. One was that the Communications Authority of Kenya avails part of the resources under what they call the Universal Access Fund to establish communication masts in that part of the world, so that it is easier for the members of the public to communicate with security agencies when situations such as this arise. Secondly, members observed and agreed that the Security Committee should ask the Ministry of Interior to present to Parliament a clear strategy on dealing with this issue once and for all, because it is very, very unfortunate that Kenyans fight among themselves, pastoralists and farmers. And we want to see the elements, if there are any political instigations like His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka said, those who are responsible should be held accountable. When these two communities fight, it is a failure of the government to protect life and property. It is also the failure of government to hold those who are responsible accountable. We hope that the Security and the National Administration Committee will deal with the matter expeditiously and bring their recommendations to the floor of the House.